The NFL is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. I got you. I got you.
On first down, Brees. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Tyson Alualu able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Brees to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Brees. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So here we go on fourth down with Brees. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 56. Here we go, D.
First carry for James Conner. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's third and 9. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bump.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll let it fly in the direction again. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Black 30. Watch alert, alert.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Black 20. Check, check. Watch 54. Alert, alert. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6-0 our score after 1.
That 180. Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. Bit of a shakeup because the Niners and the Saints game and then the Seahawks and the Rams. So San Fran back up the top spot. Then you have the Packers who beat nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Breeze now to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This will be taken in at the 1. He can't get him down. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
We're set. 19.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Screenplay. Johnson. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to... And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Finding fouls complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. They go play action here on first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll look to run with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Back to throw, Watson.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Watson now to throw, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
What? 180. Come on. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 190.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play. And he
will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Easy. General Black is third.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
22, 44. 53,
They go play action with Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down.
Mike. White 80.
53, Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 39, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the return will stop right around the 25. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd and 11 now, Roethlisberger. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tyson Alualu. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
180!
Check 55, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mayfield now to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Pistol. Hey, Delta! Hurry!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this 1st half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
That! Like 80! 53
is the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, as we hit the home stretch of the regular season, just 3 weeks left. Let's look at the slate for Week 15, some of the more intriguing games. Houston and Tennessee, that's a big one in the AFC South. Rams going to Dallas. Buffalo at Pittsburgh, that's a Sunday night game. And then Charles Davis, he'll be taking his park into the frozen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vannett. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
180.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Browns first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And there to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And it's 2nd down.
Black 5.
Check 53.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Black.
Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 38 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So here we go, still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the ground with a tight end. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash. It's a 46-yard attempt. And Seibert yanked it to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Go,
so after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Good. 180. Watching you fly.
Oh, yeah. And
Here we go.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.